Hi, and welcome to Tasteful Adventures. I'm your host, Michelle, and here we are in sunny Boulder, Colorado. We are at the farmers market, and I am about to take you on an adventure with delicious foods and fresh produce. Here it is in Boulder, sunny Boulder. We're up against the foothills. This is a magnificent morning, and we have it all here waiting for you. Are again back with Tasteful Adventures. I'm Michelle, and my guest here is Antonio Laudisio. Antonio Laudisio is very much what Boulder's about. Great food. He's been a chef in this town for 25 years.
Yeah, easy.
Tell us what you've done in the town and what you do for the farmers market, and you got it all going on. Tell me about
we started
your
the restaurant. We came up from Miami where we had a holiday award-winning restaurant for 18 years called Raimondo's. My brother, my wife didn't want to raise the children in Miami, and she liked riding horses, so she took me to Boulder. When we got here, I realized there wasn't an Italian restaurant or our type of Italian restaurant, so we opened up the original Laudisio's. I'm doing Laudisio Mobile. Now, it's kind of like where it all started. I'm like a gypsy.
Yeah, you are a gypsy.
Yeah,
from one place to the other.
Yeah.
So this is very fitting. You having your mobile pizza ovens. He goes on locations. He does catering at big residence parties, weddings, you name it. This is a pizza oven on wheels, and that's Antonio Laudisio that will go bring the pizza to your home.
Well, whatever. We don't do only pizzas. We do a lot of things. One of the things, it's a moving feast. And we do meals in the farms. It gets me out from under the roof. I'm 72 years old and I'm tired of being locked in a kitchen.
Do you ever get tired of creating and making new foods and, getting up in the morning? You got up at 4 o'clock in the morning. And no offense, I mean, you're still handsome, but you're not a young guy.
Well, I mean, what are you going to do? Stay in bed? Age is staying on the couch. So you're only as young as you feel, and I feel young. Plus that I love being with the young people. I love the farmers. I love watching the energy in the Boulder community. And I think it's important for us to re-identify with locally grown. Now, you notice we also import olive oils. We've got big wine lists at the restaurants. I'm not xenophobic, but the center of the dish, as near as possible, we try and keep local. Local Colorado lamb, local, I buy cows live, and then we butcher them, bring them to the slaughterhouse, and then do all the primary butchings in the restaurant, and grass-fed, and all of the things that we're doing, which you think is the future, in fact, is the way our parents did.
He's absolutely right. Everybody thinks, this is new, the way we're doing things, farm to table, farm to restaurant. This has been going on for centuries, but now it's chic and it's becoming. Food is the chicest thing out there right now.
Well, what could you do that you could get as deep into a person as that by feeding them? Or growing food. So yes, it's a real essential thing that I do. I really enjoy doing it. I feel like I'm part of the community, and that's what it's all about.
Antonio also has a unique business, okay? He makes these beautiful, beautiful pizza ovens. And would you tell my audience, how you came across to build these pizza ovens, how I'm getting one at my house, so I can't wait to get it, and that you can buy these pizza ovens, and Antonio has a crew that'll come in, look at
it's called Applewood ovens. You could contact us through the Laudisio website, which is soon to be up, or the Applewood website. Brian Scott on 63rd Street Farms. The story was 22 years ago. I had an Italian Jewish customer come to me and say, I need a wood-burning oven. I want to have a bar mitzvah for my son, and I'm bringing in a prize-winning pizza maker from Milano. And I said, well, how much time do you got? He said, well, you got 10 days. I said, 10 days? In the Boulder government? I can't get anything okayed in 10 days.
No.
I said, my wife says, do it like a smuggle, build it on a trailer. By the time you finish, by the time you do the party, you're gone.
He's been here for now, how many years have you been at the...
22 years. But who's counting?
Yeah, who's counting? Who's counting? Who's counting? All right.
I'm going to run it. I'm going to burn the pizza.
Go ahead, go make the pizza. Hi, and welcome back to Tasteful Adventures with Michelle. I'm here with the Hazel Dell Mushroom Company. Chad is our cultivator of mushrooms. Hi, and welcome to the show, Chad.
Thank you very much.
Tell us a little bit about what you got going here, what type of mushrooms you're growing, and how most of the market in Boulder is using your mushrooms in the restaurants.
Sure. We're located in Fort Collins. We're about a quarter-mile west of the Windsor exit, and we grow 6 varieties. We have the shiitake, oyster, cinnamon cap. They're not all located here, but we have cinnamon cap, lion's mane, the cremini, and the button mushroom.
Right.
And we deliver to restaurants, Laudisio, Q's, Riffs. We have about 30 restaurants we deliver to locally.
Great.
And we deliver to more through distributors. We deliver to Denver, Whole Foods, restaurants. And we've been in business since 1996.
Your mushrooms are always fresh. They're always, just great tasting, and they just absorb and take on a flavor all by itself. They're wonderful.
We advertise the mix bags.
Right, right.
So what I suggest to people is mixture, shiitake, oyster, lion's mane, cinnamon cap when we have it.
Yeah.
What people notice is the texture difference.
Yeah.
So I suggest to saute, high heat.
Right.
Use a combination of olive oil and butter, about a tablespoon for 8 ounces, because you want the mushrooms to caramelize.
Yeah.
Okay. And salt, pepper.
Right.
If you use salt, be sure to add salt last, because
Okay.
mushrooms are they're porous, and if you add salt too early, and they're about 60-70% water.
Right.
If salt is added too early when you're sautéing, it will weep the moisture out of the mushroom.
I never knew that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like a flesh wound.
Right.
It weeps the moisture out.
This is amazing. Thank you for having me here, and I look forward to taking a bag home with me and cooking them up.
Sounds good.
Thank you. Okay, so what I've gotten here today, I'm about to take home, whip it up, so I'll see you back at the house.
Okay, so we're going to change the oil, rotate the tires, do a tune-up, and set the alignment. Just have a seat, and we'll call you as soon as it's ready.
Am I in the right place?
Of course, here at Mazda of Lakewood, we do the same thing for your car as we do for our racing team.
Mazda of Lakewood Service Department will get you back on the road in record time, just like our race cars. Visit us on West Colfax Avenue or at MazdaofLakewood.com for all things Mazda.
Next in line, please.
Congrats on your new Mazda. You're going to love the close ratio 6-speed manual transmission, and with the Sky Active technology, you're going to feel like you're in a race car. In a race car, in a race car, in a race car.
Dave, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm great.
Introducing the all-new 2014 Mazda 6. Lease one today for $249 a month for 36 months, only at Mazda of Lakewood, Colorado's #1 Mazda dealer.
Hi, and welcome back to Tasteful Adventures. I'm your host, Michelle. And today in my home, from the farmer's market, our adventure, we went to the Boulder's Farmer's Market, and I picked up some really great, wild, crazy mushrooms from Hazel Dell Mushroom Company. And what I have for us today is a shiitake mushroom, a portobello mushroom, and this beautiful lion's mane mushroom. And what I'm going to be doing with the mushrooms is I'm going to be sauteing them up. For our meat of the day, I'm making a steak au poivre. It's got a different twist on it. It's wrapped in bacon and it's done in an au poivre sauce, and I'll show you how to prepare that. And we are also going to have garlic mashed potatoes. So the first thing that I'm going to start with is my potatoes, dicing them up for you. Now these should take, about an hour on a nice medium boil. Now I like to salt them, of course, right in. A couple of pinches. I would say 2 tablespoons and measuring out. There we go. And I like to add bay leaf to my boiling potatoes. And actually, I want to use a little white pepper in this. What I'm going to be doing next is I have 2 nice pieces of filet mignon. And I'm going to show you exactly how I do these. What I do is I gently wrap them in the bacon, and I toothpick them, the bacon, so it doesn't fall off as I'm searing the meat. Now what I'm doing is I'm lightly peppering the au poivre, the steak itself. So what I like to do is just grind some fresh pepper, both sides, of course, no flavoring of one side, and just grind plenty of pepper. Salt, both sides again. I'm now going to sear our meat. I'm going to add a tablespoon of butter into my pan here. And I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil to it. And I would say half a tablespoon. Just pour that in. So you want this to smoke a little bit, and that's when you know it's ready, and the butter and everything's all heated up nicely. What I'm going to do is place my lovely little fillets in there. Check out the sizzle. Wow. And here we are. We have our steaks cooking up. Beautiful bacon. Getting a nice little sear there. Smells delicious. 4 minutes each side, and then we're going to pull them off because I don't want to cook them in here. I'd like to get a nice little grill on them, and I have my grill pan in the oven that I'm going to take. It's been in there on 400, and it's going to take a nice sear to the top of the meat. And the way you know a sear is working is if the meat's still touching and won't lift nicely, your sear is not complete and making your little tracks on the meat. So when you could pull that meat off nice and easy and you're not pulling on the meat, that means it's finished and ready to turn over for another sear. I'm just going to take that stump off, lay that there, take some of the bottoms off, give them a quick dice. I don't like them too small and too chopped. These are small enough, so I'm going to leave those whole. Put them back over here. I think they're ready to be flipped, and they are. Beautiful. You see you have nice little grill lines there, and that's what we wanted to achieve. Beautiful little grill lines. Let that melt down, and I'm going to add a tablespoon of olive oil. Perfect. And I'm going to salt and pepper, and I'm going to add in a tablespoon of garlic. Okay, our meat is ready to come out. Wow, that looks beautiful. Okay, let's pull this out. Place it right there. Just gently put your mushrooms in, and we're going to saute these beauties up. Perfect. Now that's gorgeous. The next thing I'd like to start on is our praw sauce. I use all the bits from the steak. I never throw that out. We want to add our pepper to this, and we're going to be using a little bit less than a tablespoon again of olive oil. I'm going to put a little cognac in here. Tiny little bit. And then I'm going to add the cognac to this here. Okay, remove it from your heat. Cooking up. Let the alcohol burn off. That looks great. Blow it out. There we go. Now I'm going to add our cream. Just give this a nice whisk. And it'll take a little bit to thicken up. Just be patient with it. And you don't want to let it sit. Okay, our mushrooms are completed. There you have it. Okay, so I've basically drained all the water out of my pot. I've picked out the bay leaf within the potatoes. It was just there for flavor, and you really don't want that bay leaf. You don't want to get a chunk of it. It doesn't, it remains hard in the, water. It never softens up, so it's not something you want to get a big bite of, okay? In this, I'm going to add a stick of butter. I'm going to add white pepper, 2 tablespoons of white pepper. I like it peppery, and salt. So we'll wait for our butter to melt a little bit. Got some yummy mashed potatoes, and we're going to add the cream. Now you could add milk. I just like them super fattening and super tasty. And I'm just going to mix that quick.
Hi, do you have a dark blue Dodge pickup with a black interior?
Yeah, we've got a few of those right over here.
How about a midnight black Chevy Aveo with under 5,000 miles?
I've got a couple of those. Want to test drive one?
A Metropolitan Gray Mazda 5 for under $15,000.
You know we've got it. Let's go take a look.
Mazda of Lakewood is the #1 Mazda dealer with the largest certified pre-owned selection in the state of Colorado. So, yes, we've got it.
Wow, she's good. I'll take it.
Okay, so we're going to change the oil, rotate the tires, do a tune-up, and set the alignment. Just have a seat, and we'll call you as soon as it's ready.
Am I in the right place?
Of course. Here at Mazda of Lakewood, we do the same thing for your car as we do for our racing team.
Mazda of Lakewood Service Department will get you back on the road in record time, just like our race cars. Visit us on West Colfax Avenue or at MazdaofLakewood.com for all things Mazda.
Next in line, please.
And we're back, and here we are. I am going to prepare the Brussels sprouts, and they're pork belly Brussels sprouts. I'm going to add a little olive oil. I would say half a teaspoon of olive oil to my pan. Let that heat up, and I'm going to wait for that oil to heat up, and then I'm going to add in my pork belly. And that should be hot enough. Perfect. A little salt, pinch of salt, little pepper. There we go. Beautiful. Brown them up. Keep them going. I'm going to add in my Brussels sprouts. As you can hear, oh, they're frying up nicely. And I'm going to add in my molasses. And that was 2 solid tablespoons of molasses. Balsamic vinegar coming in. 2 tablespoons at least. Give it a nice gentle pour. Wow, that smells amazing. Let the balsamic cook down and reduce and thicken up. And you'll find that it'll just caramelize and just make these beautiful sweet, tasty, delicious, just a nice blend of a veggie gone wild here.
Congrats on your new Mazda. You're gonna love the close ratio 6-speed manual transmission, and with the Sky Active technology, you're gonna feel like you're in a race car. In a race car, in a race car, in a race car.
Dave, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm great.
Introducing the all-new 2014 Mazda 6. Lease one today for $249 a month for 36 months, only at Mazda of Lakewood, Colorado's #1 Mazda dealer.
Hi, do you have a dark blue Dodge pickup with a black interior?
Yeah, we've got a few of those right over here.
How about a midnight black Chevy Aveo with under 5,000 miles?
I've got a couple of those. Want to test drive one?
A Metropolitan Gray Mazda 5 for under $15,000.
You know we've got it. Let's go take a look.
Mazda of Lakewood is the #1 Mazda dealer with the largest certified pre-owned selection in the state of Colorado. So, yes, we've got it.
Wow, she's good. I'll take it.
Okay, so out comes our meat. What I'm going to do is remove our picks from keeping everything in place. Pull those out. And now we're ready to plate. So here we have our beautiful plate. Take gorgeous steak there. And that's beautiful. Okay. Grab us a little bit of the mushroom. Right on top. There's a couple of pieces. Okay. Our potato. Put that there. Get a nice little heap of that. And we're going to build our plate. That's gorgeous. And a little bit of our poivre. Just drizzle some of that right over. Beautiful. Perfect. Some of our lovely Brussels sprouts. That there. And there we have it. That looks beautiful. You have your steak au pois. You have your garlic mashed potatoes. You have your pork belly sprouts. This is a great dish, hearty. Any man or woman's gonna love this. This is amazing. Now, if you'd like, I'm going to take the first bite out of this. Let me get my wine. We have a beautiful Ladera Cabernet Sauvignon that complements this dish nicely. And I happen to have mine already. And here we are. Let's try it. Bon appetit, everyone. Amazing. Amazing flavors. Just the bacon lens. Oh my God. This is a great dish and so tasty, easy, not too complicated. It's a lot going on, I get it, but this is worthwhile. It's going to take you a little bit. It's not a quick dish, but I'll tell you, it's worth, and it's one that'll impress. Okay, folks, thanks for joining me today on Tasteful Adventures. I look forward to seeing you next week on another adventure. Let's be a good boy.
I'm assuming that you're editing.
Yeah, we're editing this too, so I gotta be careful with you.
No, it has like honey.
Yeah, and there's maple syrup in those bad boys.
I knew it. That's what it was. Yeah.
That's our show, folks, for today. Thank you for joining us. My name's Michelle, and thank you. All right. Okay. Loving it. Here. You got a little black. Yeah.
Mom.
Okay.